Super Epic Ampharos versus Watermess, folks. These are two of my favorite players. It's me, Jimothy. I'm honored to be commentating this one. Both experienced gamers, both extremely talented and outside-the-box thinkers, using unorthodox strategies at the highest level. How did we get here, folks? Well, in round 2, Watermess lost to River in the upper bracket, and Super Epic Ampharos was victorious against Mako in the lower bracket. So the losers from the upper bracket and the winners from the lower bracket are facing off in round 3. Folks, so Watermess and C are matched against one another. Who will come out on top? Only time will tell. Only Jimothy knows. A Vaporeon vs Zapdos lead, and great Toxic from C there, because Vaporeon is, of course, often EV'd to live Zapdos Thunderbolt and get Salackberry to subsequently 2-hit Zapdos, but C with some awareness, going for the Toxic instead. And with a Machamp. Machamp has been paralyzed by this Snorlax. That might turn out to be a mistake, though, because it has a Guts boost, of course. But it does miss Cross Chop here. That's a pretty low chance for Cross Chop to connect through Para and Miss Chance. And, of course, just falls to Fire Blast. I don't know if that crit even mattered. I think that KO'd anyway. Tyranitar will force out this Charizard. Oh, but it turns out to be Pursuit Tyranitar, which makes sense alongside Machamp, and that has gotten some great chip on Charizard. Nice move by Super Epic Ampharos there. A bit of luck on C's side, making up for the Machamp unfortunate scenario. A miss on Mash, which Charizard does resist, but that would have done like 38 or something. Mash hits hard. Charizard not very bulky. So C is happy to have Charizard healthy here, and looks to be an extremely threatening Pokemon right about now. I didn't go for HP Grass, worried about Salackberry. Oh, unfortunate freeze there. And good Ice Beam from Watermess, which mid-grounds, you know, breaking sub and also covering Zapdos or something coming in, and it turns out to be a Celebi in the back. I don't think that Watermess will get the Berry, because Berry happens before Toxic, if that makes sense, folks. There's a sequence of events that occur. It's weird, but if you get brought down to the Berry HP from Toxic, it doesn't proc the Berry, basically. Zapdos will fall after Sandstorm. These nicknames are Tyler the Creator, by the way. See, with the musical nicknames once again. And a Brick Break. Surf Tyranitar I have never seen in my life. That is interesting coverage. It hits Tar and Charizard, I guess. Nice pivot back into Charizard. Probably the biggest threat on C's side is this Charizard. I'm going to go for the Blast for... That's a scary mischance, but it does mid-ground everything. And C better have HP Ice here to hit this Salamence. That would be great. Doesn't. And you make my Earthquake, of course. As Earthquake comes in on an Earthquake. We know it to be true. Charizard back in an advantageous position. Getting low on HP, though. May come down to speed tie situations with the Zard on Zard moment. Watermess has Dragon Claw, which is good to have here. Probably a speed tie, so... C gonna sub again. Oh dear. Maybe wants Blaze range for later. Maybe C is the faster Charizard. Seems to be winning the Sandstorm and Leftovers interactions every time, so I think C was just a faster Charizard. Watermess with a slower Charizard. Alright. C, of course, does not have anything but Fire Grass Punch, so can't Dragon Claw this. But a decent sacrifice. Looks like physical Salamence without Leftovers. So it could be... Oh, dodges a Rock Slide. C went for something crazy there. Trying to bring in Metagross on the Ice Beam. Probably. Some gaming is happening here. Snorlax can explode. Yep. And with only Charizard remaining, we're gonna need a miracle. I mean, I think Blaze Fire Blast might KO this. And Charizard looks to be faster. There's a chance this KOs. Doesn't quite KO. It did burn, but I'm pretty sure through burn, Salamence can finish that off. Bit of good luck, bit of bad luck in that game. You can't say that was too bad for C. I think watermess played it very well as well. So let's get into game 2. This time a Zapdos versus a Tyranitar. Gonna pivot out to a Swampert instantly. What kind of Tyranitar are we looking at? Probably some sort of... Well, we don't know. It's some sort of physical tar, but could be Dragon Dance, could be bulky. We don't know yet. Oh, interesting. Watermess goes to Tyranitar against this Zapdos. Maybe no Blissey then. Maybe no good Zapdos switch in. Jolteon makes a lot of sense then. May have been wary of a Thunder Wave coming down there. Not wanting to get Jolteon paralyzed. But now the situation is dire. Gets a very lucky paralysis on the Thunderbolts. Right there. Pivots out back into Skarmory. Gonna establish some spikes. We've already heard that song. Let's change that. Leech Seed's the Skarmory. It's Carmine Leech Seed. But Watermess... That was a great roar, actually. Not playing around HP Fire, but playing around Calm Mind. And Watermess then spin blocking the Claydol. Going Suicune on a Psychic. We don't know what kind of Suicune this is, but it could be faster. C probably has to respect that and get out. Oh, it crits this Claydol. That would have lived Surf. That's unfortunate. But, I mean, after taking that Surf, Claydol is in a horrendous spot at, like, no health. Just to spin away one Spike. It was not a good position for C regardless, I would say. But can C come back from this one? Goes for Psychic there in case of a pivot out, but kind of wanted the Giga Drain healing, actually. Not too relevant, I suppose. This Celebi on Death's Door will die to the next Spike and Sand, I believe. Maybe just shy, actually. It'll be on like 2% after Spike and Sand. So Celebi can get one last hurrah. We don't know what's in the back for C. Could be, maybe a Suicune will be a win con here for C. Thunder Waves the Jirachi, that's big. That's one of Watermess's greatest threats right now. The Jolteon is going to be a problem. Watermess went for an HP Grass predicting an incoming Swampert, but it didn't happen like that. And C with a Jirachi of her own. Is a sub Calm Mind going to maybe wish Calm Mind here? Or it could just be standard defensive Jirachi too. Watermess pivots in on the Body Slam. Great move. Wish not getting any value. Oh, it's Hypnosis Gengar. Misses though. A Fire Punch. I mean, you need that crit at this point. That's good. Can we dodge Hypnosis? Perhaps. Take it on Swampert. That's a better target than Jirachi to go to sleep on. Jirachi far more important. Sacrifice Zapdos. It's low and paralyzed. And now Jirachi is pretty safe. I don't think Gengar has Hypno and Will-O-Wisp, so Jirachi's loving that. Jirachi could carry here. Tyranitar very low. Gonna wish. Maybe you sacrifice Celebi, or it's a Heracross. Coming in pretty cleanly here. I think C has some pretty solid steam left here with the Jirachi. Pretty hard to break through on Watermess's side with such a low Tyranitar. And Gengar not having Will-O-Wisp is quite a thing. That was a great Rock Slide on a sub from Watermess, but we'll see. Not sub this time? No. Watermess too scared to do it again. The risk of dying to Mega Horn or Brick Break. Allowing a sub punch for Super Epic Emperors. Which isn't great, honestly, because Skarm has Peck in this matchup. And Peck is a great option against Heracross. I think that Heracross is going to be too low post spikes to do much, and I think Tar is now, even it's at 40%, it's low, but it's chip healing a lot. I think C almost needs like a Fire Punch burn on this to really get anything done. Threatening Mega Horn on this Skarm, on the Tar here. Goes for the Focus Punch, trying to catch the Skarmory a bit. Watermess goes to Gengar. That pretty much seals the game, because Heracross is taking too much from spikes next time it comes in. And there's no great way to deal with Tyranitar anymore, who can just Earthquake your Jirachi now. Unless you Fire Punch burn the Tar. That's pretty much the only way. Or you paralyze it and you get damn lucky. Or your physical Jirachi, I guess. Physically defensive Jirachi. And you can sit for a while. No burn there, that's 20% chance. And look how much that is take. That is not physically defensive. That's taking 67, which is way more than a Wish Heal. So you need to hit a burn soon, or you are gone. And Swamp It. It was low anyway, but it's asleep. So that's not helping. And honestly, if you paralyze this, you can't really beat it. You're not doing enough damage to it. It's got to be a burn. There's no other way. So I think at some point you have to just click Fire Punch and hope the 20% chance comes in clutch. These Wish Loops, you're healing a little bit because you get 2 leftovers heals in between, and Earthquake can low roll. So you are healing a bit more than Earthquake is doing, thanks to leftovers, but so is Tyranitar healing all the way up to 82 here, just sitting. And I think that the crit chance is a potential issue. I wonder if C is just going for PP stall, and Watermess actually using a Focus Punch on the Protect turn so as not to waste any more Earthquake PP, which is pretty smart. I wonder if the chance of a crit happening is higher than the, or is lower than the chance of a Fire Punch burn. You know what I mean, folks? Like, it's either a 20% Fire Punch burn, or you stall all these Earthquakes and never get crit. Like, those are the two lines of play that get you there. So maybe the stalling the Earthquakes is better, odds-wise. I don't know how to articulate that, but you know what I mean? Like, it's 20% chance to hit with the burn, but I don't know what the chance is of dodging a crit for however many Earthquakes there are, which there are 4 left of. So it actually looks like it's turned out alright for C stalling the Earthquakes. C is now paralyzed, but you know what C could do is sack Swamp It, get Heracross in with a Wish, and try to heal up Heracross that way. Watermess's Jirachi has Dynamic Punch on it. And it's full-on mixed Jirachi. I feel like this set is becoming popular with Dynamic Punch. So, Watermess does not have any way to heal Jirachi, while C's has Wish. So, C could win the 1v1 against that Jirachi, but it will come down to a lot of variance with Dynamic Punch confusion and all that. Skarmory getting a crucial roar, which will probably... Yeah, Heracross is basically gone now. It's going to get a Swarm Mega Horn off, though. Maybe a Rock... Well, you finished off Skarm with a Rock Slide crit. That's good. Here's Jolteon to finish off Heracross. Jirachi has to come in, and this paralyzed Jirachi is holding the world on its shoulders. You could Body Slam power this Jolteon, Wish Protect repeatedly. This Raw spam is going to be very problematic. There's kind of a 50-50 here if you go Jirachi or you stay with Swamp It, whether Watermess roars or not. If Watermess roars here, beautiful move, yeah. Although, I think now Wish happens. Yes, so not that bad actually. That was a weird situation. I wonder what C should have done. Maybe that was actually a good course of action there. Alright. Weirdly enough, C has pretty solid chance to take it here. Although now that Jirachi's paralyzed, I don't know if those Wish Protect loops against the Tyranitar Earthquake will be as favorable. Especially now that the Jirachi is confused. So watermess maybe goes Tyranitar here and just goes for the Earthquakes. Yep, because with Confusion and Para, the odds are pretty low for C to actually 1v1 anymore. Getting a Wish. Any full Para ends the game here. And it's a 1 in 4 chance, like, a lot of different times. Although there's only 2 more Earthquakes. There's only 2 more Earthquakes on Tyranitar. How many wishes are we looking at? 3 more wishes. Okay, I think C is going to run out of wishes, actually. There's not enough wishes to go around. Oh, huge Fire Punch crit. Okay, that might have just won you the game. Wait a minute. And a full Para? This is damn close. It's Jirachi against the world here. Full Para? And it's a bit of a mind game. Does watermess want to Earthquake on the Protect? Yes! And Protect didn't happen. Wow. At the last moment, 2 full Paras, which you really can't complain about too much on C's side. I think watermess is pretty damn favored. But there was still a chance. And it's kind of crazy there. I wonder if watermess's play was actually to Focus Punch, because if C gets full parried, Focus Punch will work anyway. I don't know if it does exactly 40. It should, right? It's 150 power. And if it's Protect, you save a PP. So in both events, unless you think C will like Fire Punch, which would be crazy. But it worked out anyway. It worked out anyway. Well done to watermess. A lot of great maneuvers there. Bringing Gengar in on the Focus Punch was a bold move. They basically thwarted the Heracross threat, which could have been a problem for watermess. And that Jirachi almost made it happen, but couldn't quite do it. That was quite interesting. Watermess not going for the Earthquakes anymore, went out, tried to para the Jirachi and confuse it to create higher odds for Tar to break through. I think that even if C healed against the Tar, there was not enough wishes. So Jolteon would have eventually won, or Gengar. Anyway, let's stop analyzing this endgame. Thanks, folks. And thank you to these donors. ABR with 100 recently. Very generous. Thanks, folks. Catch you later.